Inside Studio J now with TNT. NBA tip-off presented by Autotrader.com. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley. This has been a day unlike many that we've ever experienced. And let me say this, and I'll let you guys have your say. This is my 24th year in this chair. And I've always felt fortunate, lucky, blessed to do this job. This day, I felt proud to do this job. I felt proud to be covering a league that handled a situation like this as definitively and as boldly as it did today, Chuck.
Hey, man, I was in shock today. I ain't gonna even lie, Ernie. I was sitting there. I built my whole day. I've got to be in front of my television at 2 o'clock. And when he said, I actually thought, I mean, we talked about a little bit off camera, like a year. We thought basically a year. He was going to be suspended.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what you guys thought, but we talked about. I said he's going to get at least a year. That's what I was thinking. When he said lifetime, I said, wow.
Yeah, there was those two words, for life.
Yeah, for life.
Yeah.
And then when he said they're going to make this guy sell the team, I was just so excited because, Ernie, you know, everybody looking at this just like an NBA thing. I never looked at it like that. It's an NBA thing, but every person who goes to work should feel like they are appreciated. You know, there's two tapes. The one tape when he talked about don't bring black people to my game and blah, blah, blah. But when he said, I buy their food, I buy their houses, I buy their cars, so does everybody in the studio. But TNT, Turner Sports, everybody who work here deserves respect and dignity. Yeah, y'all do pay our bills, but we are earning it. So this obviously is an NBA thing, but I was happy for every person, and I hope that not just the NBA, any person who gets humiliated at work, they all stand together. It was just a great day for me.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, and I echo what you said. It was one of the proudest moments I had, you know, being in the NBA family. It was emotional as I was watching it, at the same time as therapeutic. And at the same time, again, it was a teaching tool for me. And to see Adam Silver act directly, passionately, and accurately, all in one, was very interesting to see someone do that. And it was clear in his thoughts, because it's not really, it's not a money issue to me, and it never was. I don't care if he makes money on the sale or not, but it's about the conditions that the work environment in the United States of America, not just the NBA, are supposed to be. And that was what it's supposed to affect, and the moral conditions and the moral conduct that you're supposed to act upon when you're in that. So for me to see that, he just lifted my spirits. And I know Adam decently, and over the last 10 or 15 years, well before he was even thought about being a commissioner. And I always thought he was the guy I wanted to be next to and be with. And we've always had a good friendship. Now I knew that I was right. You have instincts about people. My instincts today were correct.
Quite a test to take on your 88th day on the job as the new NBA commissioner, taking over for David Stern, who had been there for 30 years. What kind of a grade do you give him on the test, Shaq?
I give him an A+. We all knew that he had a very tough decision in front of him. He was firm. He was aggressive as he possibly could be, and he did an unbelievable job. You know, hopefully all the other owners will have zero tolerance for comments like this. And you know, he did a wonderful job. Now, hopefully he can make them forced to sell, and we can start all over.
And the other thing, people always say that, you know, it's owner versus, you know, players. And this is a collective effort in terms of how a team is built. It's a collective effort. There's no one player or no players can do it. No management staff can do it. It's a collective effort. And because of the new collective bargaining agreement, honestly, that is the reason why the Clippers started to succeed, because they were a bad team for a long time. But when you're forced to pay 52% of the salary to players, they really are an ownership percentage. They just can't stay there for 30 years. So those 12 players are really owners of the team. And what happens is they became better that way. And all of those things that we thought, well, why aren't these great Clipper players staying? Previous to this collective bargaining agreement, now we understand why. Because there was a different thought process, a primitive, ignorant thought process of why those guys weren't
And
getting
it made me feel like we are in this thing together.
Yeah.
And we are in this thing together.
Yeah. We'll have,
players and the owners are in this thing together.
We'll have adequate time to talk about this as the night goes on, but right now it's time to get down to basketball. Yeah, that's right. First stop, Chicago. Wizards and Bulls.